What's going on, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. I hope everybody's having a good Thursday so far. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? What's up, Twitch? What's going on, y'all? Y'all see what time it is? Go ahead and get right. Good morning, good afternoon. I don't know what time or when you're watching this, but what's up? And I appreciate you for stopping by. I'm just gonna be watching some YouTube for a little bit. I'm actually in the middle of packing. Um, where is my
Japan.
I'm actually in the middle of packing my place because I am moving out of here. So um, I'll be doing some more. I'll be doing a lot more IRL streams. Um, but for the meantime, my setup is going to be locked away. So with that being said, not too much gaming content for a while. Um, but that doesn't mean content's going to stop. Like I said, where the hell is my? There we go. Content's not going to stop. It's just I'm in the process of moving my setup from one place to another, and I have a lot of stuff. So I'm not going to rush myself. I'm not going to lose or break anything. So it's a process. So I figure I, do a little check-in stream with y'all. Everybody that's been rocking with me, I fucking love y'all. If you've ever liked my shit, if you've ever shared, if you've ever even just popped in and viewed, I fuck with you, man. Thank you. Um, this is what this is what I love to do. I'm loving to do it more than I did when I first started. So yeah, man, we can watch some YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Snuggle up, roll up. We are gonna be watching Larry Chan at HKS headquarters in Japan. Y'all know I'm a big fan of Larry Chan. Shout out to you, Larry Chan. Um, he's at the HKS headquarters in Japan, and he's gonna show us some of the stuff they're working on and some of their historic cars and stuff like that. And then I might watch something else that he dropped the other day. It's a garage he went to, and I think it's in Brazil. It was pretty dope. We'll probably check that out too. But yeah, man, this is gonna be the last stream with this setup for a while. Um, oh shit, this shit's blurring me out. Hold up, my bad. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be the last stream with this setup for a while. Until I transition to have everything move over. I gotta reset my. Hold on. It's just a lot going on. It's so dark in here. All my lights are gone, so it's having a hard time picking me up. So I have to go use my old school light. This is my old school light. Let's see if that helps. Let's go ahead and let that recalibrate. No, no, still blurry. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. There we go. All right, it was a little blurry. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be kicking shit, you know. A second. Gonna be kicking shit, man. Watching some videos, and I'm gonna finish doing my packing today. I don't know if y'all noticed all my boards that I normally have up here. They're all gone. Took all those down. All my lights are gone. All my decorations I had hanging up are gone. My couch that I had over here is gone. I still have to get this TV stand and stuff out of here. But for the most part, this room is empty with the exception of this corner that has all my setup. So this is going to be like the last thing I put pack up and move around. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's get into this video, man. Shout out to Larry Chan. Let's go.
We're at the base of Mount Fuji, and it's an absolutely beautiful day here. You can see the mountain very clearly. I haven't been here since 2020. We came for Tokyo Auto Salon, which was, I guess, 2-3 months before the shutdown. I just wanted to come here and see what they're up to, see the collection again, as well as they have a couple of the HKS complete cars here as well, the R34 and R35 GTR. But mainly, we just wanted to bring you along as we're doing like a fun tour. The campus itself is absolutely huge. It's split up in between, I don't know, maybe a dozen buildings. They also have a bunch of off-site locations. We did have a chance to visit where they build the exhaust as well as their engine dyno room. Unfortunately, we couldn't film there. We couldn't show anything there, but it's so cool for me to see that everything is still made in Japan. Their exhaust, their pistons, their turbo components, their connecting rods, all of the engine components, as well as their suspension, all of it made in Japan here in their facility. And it's just so cool that they've been able to keep it that way for so many years. We did have a chance to check out their museum, and it pretty much is that it's kind of a bummer in a way that these cars are tucked away. I say that it's a museum because unfortunately these cars are in a condition where they really do need restoration if they do want to bring them back out for some sort of historical events. My favorite car out of their museum was their Altezza. The fact that so many years ago, this car was able to lap Tsukuba in the 50-second range. It's absolutely insane. One thing I didn't notice was the adjustable sway bar because of the cantilever setup on the front suspension. The adjustable sway bar is so small because it ties the two sides together. Obviously, because it's a cantilever setup, it's just a lot more compact. And because the car is so low and they move the engine back so much, they had to do a cantilever setup for it to work at all. The carbon work on that car, unbelievable. Just so cool. The presence it has, it's so good looking, and it doesn't even have the traditional oil splash livery. Some of the other cars that I absolutely loved was their R33 drag GTR that went under 8 seconds all those years ago. So we did have a chance to hang out and talk to the CEO a bit, and he told us that that was one of the first projects that he worked on when he was just starting out. He started out at HKS at 19 years old, right out of university, and it was his first job. And after all this time, he's become the CEO. They also had so many historical engines that were all just laid out behind a lot of the cars. They had a bunch of open wheel cars. They had a bunch of the Evo time attack cars that we've had a chance to check out and that we've had a chance to shoot last time we were here. But I think for me, the thing that I was really excited about was to see the HKS Complete cars once again before they go on forever to their new owners.
Yo, what phone are you using, Larry? He's recording this on a front camera from my phone. And look at the quality, bro. What phone is that? I need that. Larry, what phone is this, bro? Because look at it, look at his glasses. This is a front camera. Look at his quality, man. That shit is, I could see the texture in the glasses of the ground from the front camera. I need that. I need that. I need that camera, Larry. Damn.
As well as some of the other projects they're working on.
No way. It looks like they're restoring a 0R here. No way. Man, this one has seen better days for sure. This is so cool. I can't believe they're redoing a 0R here at HKS. That's awesome. Oh my goodness. No! Wait, so you're gonna crush this?
Oh, not crush them.
I'm so sad. I thought you guys were going to rebuild this car. You have to save this.
Did y'all hear that? Hold on. What the actual fuck? They're about to, this is a crusher. They're gonna crush this. What the fuck? What the, that's,
Oh, not crush them.
I'm so sad. I thought you guys were going to rebuild this car. You have to save this. This is HKS's history. That's such a bummer. That's just a parts car now.
bruh, look at the fucking, the blue right under my picture. No, y'all can't see. This is an actual JDM. Bruh, this car is historic. They're gonna crush it, bruh. Give it to me. HKS, hey, I'll take it. I'll ship it here. Just give it to me. I'll take it, bruh. Fuck.
I think this is worth saving, you know? This is unbelievable. It's so good. I cannot believe how good this is in every single way. It's such a perfect build. Like, what a dream build. Inside out, it's so clean. I love how tasteful all this is with the HKS Brid collab. And even the rear seats, like this is, look how tasteful that is. Of course, the highlight of this is the DRS system, the wing. It has such a nice deep tone. 47,000 kilometers on the odometer. It's hard to convey how important this is. I think it's really, really cool that they want to build complete cars again. It's the whole package. It's literally everything. And so many bespoke things that don't come on any other car.
Key word, bespoke. If you know anything about the word bespoke in the automotive and manufacturing culture, that means the things that are on this car were made only for this car. The certain screws, certain intakes, certain manifold, all that shit's made for this one car. That's bespoke. Okay, so when you hear that, you will hear that a lot in Bugatti, Mercedes, Volkswagen. You'll hear a lot of people talk about bespoke shit because they have a whole separate chapter. Like when you got bread, bro, and you really out here buying cars before they're made, that's some bespoke shit because now you're going through the catalog. You're going through the book like, okay, give me these seats with this leather, give me these fucking headlights with this engine, and then they gotta build that shit. That's bespoke. So when you hear that, that's what he's talking about.
This GT86 is insane. It has a 49.4 second time at Scuba Circuit with the FA flat 4 2.5 liter. It makes 1,000 horsepower with Taniguchi behind the wheel. What an absolute monster. They set the record in this in 2018, but I've never had a chance to see this car. What an absolute monster. Look, you can't even open the hood. There's Zeus fasteners holding the hood down. Look at this wing. Just wild. Probably one of the craziest GT86s of all time. What's left of a GT86 at least. Look at this thing. Oh my goodness. Look at that dome. I'm assuming that's maybe for the dry sump tank. What a car. 49 second. So cool. What an absolute wheel, man. HKS Drag Supra, sub 8 second, 957 PS. It's amazing to me how ahead of their time they were, really. Like, what a cool looking vehicle too. The tub is almost as high as the rear windshield. Even this Formula car with no livery at all, it just says HKS Super Oil on it. I have to just point out the fact that they really care about their heritage. And I love that they care to save all these cars. A couple other cool cars in this area. They have this demo car that they're storing here. I've never seen this. I guess this is 35-year-old demo car. It's kind of like a cross between a Mazda Miata and also a FDRX7. It definitely has a very interesting look. It's like a oversized Miata. I asked them about the rusted A86 in the corner here, and they all have no idea why that's there. Maybe somebody in HKS just stored their personal car here. This R32, they just have as a bare chassis to be able to mock up parts and display parts, display at shows, just as a way for them to show off what they have in their catalog. but a very simple looking FL5. I'm sure it.
Hold up. This type R right here? Whoa. What are those wheels? What the shit?
Has the entire HKS catalog thrown at it. Looks like a pretty much bone stock R35. This is what I wanted to talk about. This is a real HKS 0R.
If you know about the HKS 0R, just know that they're crushing it. Okay? It's about to be crushed.
Unfortunately, it's seen better days. They've stripped it of a lot of parts, especially to keep one of the other ones running, the one that is in the US. They took a lot of parts off of this to make the US car a complete car, which is just such a bummer. But the folks here were telling me that their intention is to not restore this one in particular. Their intention is to potentially build a brand new one eventually, but they use this as reference because this is a real 0R. It doesn't have an engine. It still has all the body parts. It has the bumper that looks like a cross between a R33 and also a Dodge Stratus. It has the hood, the one-piece molded fenders that go all the way back to the quarter where it says 0R on here. The door moldings, the gas filler, because the gas tank is really the biggest part, the really big difference between this and any other R32. You can kind of see the door panels back there, but the gas tank is actually right here. It's moved forward to improve the balance, or I don't know what the thought was, but surprisingly, it's actually a lot more complete than I thought. It just in really, really, really rough shape. The steering wheel is still there. Most electronics. This is one thing that was so much fun for me to see when I had a chance to check out a 0R for the first time. The glove box has been completely transformed into like old gauges and stuff. It's just so sad to see it in this condition. The rear bumper is actually in pretty good condition. So it does look like this was kind of like a gold color originally.
You see my point? You see how he said that rear bumper was in good condition? There's so many parts on this car that are like, they're not gonna make it again. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, to crush it, I guess that's why they're crushing it. They don't want nobody to to have it. Damn you.
In my opinion, I think this is worth saving, but maybe I'm not seeing.
100% worth saving. Yes, 100%. I agree with you, Larry. I'm with you. It needs to be saved. So R32 HK, bro, it still got the BBS whip. You know what? It don't even matter. It don't matter. What do I know?
Something that they're saying. For them, they would rather build something from scratch. And I can understand that. Because if you were to take this down all the way down to bare metal, you might as well start from scratch with a brand new chassis. But this was one of the original ones that they built. And I think they were so ahead of their time building this type of car. I feel like if they came out with something like this now, in this era where so many people have so many rest-of-mod companies all over the world, I think this would do really well. The folks that maintain the historical collection here at HKS, they have the best intention to keep these cars alive and keep them in good condition to be able to show the world what these things are about. They're just so limited on time, and there's so many projects to tackle. This is one hopefully eventually they'll get to. This is so cool because it's like they want to preserve their heritage. They want to build almost like an updated 0R with a brand new chassis, with modern electronics, modern running gear, modern RB power plant, everything as new as possible, but with the 0R look. And I cannot wait to see that. I think that would be so cool. Maybe it'll be many years down the line, but because I see that they're starting to do complete cars, they have the complete Yaris, they have the R34 and R35. Who knows what's next? Who knows what's possible? This is D1 Grand Prix car that Daigo Saito drove before. It looks like the engine's out and it's kind of in pieces. This is another car I think that would be cool for them to restore just for historical significance. These cars, the folks here weren't so sure about. From what they've told me, I don't know if it's true. They said that they were brought here for HKS to do some work on them. I'm not exactly sure what they did, but I do see the HKS logo on that car in particular. I do want to point out the fact that this has the newest RS Watanabe Forging R wheels. These are very light and they're magnesium wheels, and they're really great for older vehicles, just like the 510. I think it looks super cool on here. It's not really a complete tour of HKS without checking out their Group A R32. It's something that I had a chance to spend a lot of time with. I had a chance to shoot one-on-one way back when, 6 years ago, last time I was here, and it's cool to see it sitting here in great condition again. What's fun for me is the fact that I had a chance to shoot this with my R32 when it was brought to the US for a bunch of shows, and did a shoot to recreate the Hot Wheels 2-pack. Was my first Hot Wheels collab. I didn't get a chance to touch on the R35 complete car, but if you guys watched my Tokyo Auto Salon recap, I had a chance to interview my buddy Masa from HKS Europe, who walked me through this car, so make sure you guys check that video out. So this is my first time seeing the Honda Prelude, and I'm sure you guys can guess why this is here at HKS. They're going to start developing parts for this. I understand that it's kind of gotten a bad rap for how expensive it is, especially because it's more expensive than the FL5 Type R here in Japan, and I think also in the US. But I'm just happy that a manufacturer is coming out with fun cars to drive still in 2026. I'm sure this is going to be a lot of fun to drive, especially the manual version. But this is pretty cool. I'm just glad that they brought the name back. I've always liked the Prelude. I think it's super cool. It's more of a luxury version, more of a GT cruiser versus something like Integra. Kind of like this poverty spec thing going on with these steely wheels. But just wanted to point out a couple other cars they have here. GT86, orange one. Got a nice GC in yellow. Also, really cool GR86. Looks like one of their demo cars they pulled out. There's always so many interesting cars parked here, including this really cool Datsun pickup. You gotta love this. You gotta love somebody keeping this alive in Japan. I also wanted to point out these Japanese transports. These are always so cool, and one of the things that I always wondered was why they don't have truck and trailers here. It's actually very simple. It's because of the roads, and there's really just no way to navigate small roads with a truck and trailer. You can't really back up. You can't park in a kombini with a truck and trailer. You can't park at a 7-Eleven or a Lawson or Family Mart. But when you're transporting with something like this, you can get through narrow streets. You can make tight U-turns if you need to. But the only problem with this is it doesn't go very fast. So we couldn't really use this in the US because it couldn't keep up with US highway speeds. We just drove a few minutes down the road because we wanted to check out this HKS complete GR86 build. To this body shop, they're doing the body work here, but I just wanted to point out pretty much everywhere we go in this town, you can clearly see Mount Fuji. Like, it's just like right there. Honestly, this is the first time I've heard about HKS doing a complete 86 build. This one is going to a Thai customer. They came here and they bought a brand new car off the showroom floor, and they're transforming it completely into a full HKS build. Every single parts catalog, but also a lot of bespoke parts like some of the other builds that they've done. So this is the one. They're just starting to cut into it now, I guess. It's gonna be a wide body. This is a street legal cup car. Yes. Oh, that
is so cool. And then you're gonna turn this into a complete HKS build. I love that. Okay, so it doesn't even come with a radio or anything. Yep. Whoa, what a cool block off plate. That's really neat. It already has a wheel and everything. Man, that's great. These are all the body parts. They're just prepping it for paint right now. The car's gonna be done by the end of April, and then they're gonna ship it to Thailand. I'm really looking forward to seeing this at Impact Speed Fest. Okay, so as a rite of passage here, I feel like I needed to take a picture of my Integra with Mount Fuji in the back and also the HKS sign. So I asked them if I can wash my car here, and they brought out a hose. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash it, wipe it down, and then hopefully I can get a nice picture of Mount Fuji in the back, because we've driven over 1,000 kilometers, so probably more this trip. So my car is absolutely filthy, and it rained, and we left it in the airport parking lot for like 2 weeks. So it is absolutely filthy. Okay, I found out the price of this in my buddy Paul. I hope he buys it. If you want to buy this car right now, it's for sale. 99 million yen, which comes out to $640,834.72. You can have yourself a bespoke HKS full complete R34 build. And this is number 2.
There was another video I wanted y'all to see. It's in Haggerty. It was it's like this dope ass garage, bro. This one right here, bro. This shit's crazy. If I had an unlimited budget to build a garage for me and all my homies' cars and just whatever, just this video is that. Just watch this shit and yeah.
For this episode of Capturing Car Culture, we found ourselves in Brazil. In part 1, we covered our initial take on Brazilian car culture, but this time we're focusing on 2 very different collections. One belongs to professional Formula Drift driver Diego Higa and his father. The other is a real-life Ironman garage owned by Celso Oliveira, a self-made entrepreneur from the Brazilian tech industry. He absolutely loves cars, but most importantly, he loves everything marble. We start our journey in the port city of Santos, where Diego's drift shop is located. I've been lucky enough to follow Diego's adventures for a few years now as he works to compete on the world stage in Formula Drift. He had a breakout moment at just 21 years old after appearing on Hyperdrive, a Netflix show that premiered in 2019.
Yeah, the focus here is a race car. I have a couple cars here. Another car stay in my race coat.
There's so many cars here.
Yeah, so many cars. I will show you.
How do you even keep
explain.
track of all the cars here?
This is my 240. I will build this car, but I will use the same engine, the K8 24. but I will forge it, change the intake manifold, the exhaust, Garrett turbo, G30. This car we swapped for a CR20. This is my new build. It's a BMW E36 with 2.8, forged the piston and rods. That's for my drift school. This is my 350Z I use on the drift school. It's an official car. It's simple, don't have a lot of parts. This is my old R33. I built this for presentation, just drift for fun, not for competition.
This is pretty rare in Brazil then, also.
Whoa, a lot.
This is your brother's car.
Yes, his will start build now.
And he's a virtual drift champion.
Yes, his will install the 2J with 154 transmission. This spot is the spot when the things happens. My racing car, I racing with this car all my career. This engine is like a stock engine, no have forged parts inside. Only have a grid twin turbo and ECU for make 400 wheels horsepower.
So this is a pretty common car here, huh?
Yes, this is a Chevrolet Opala. This is my old Supra. Have only one in Brazil, right-hand drive, but stock. This car coming with 1 GTA. But I removed because my idea is make 1,000 wheels horsepower here.
This is probably one of the most rare cars in all of Brazil.
Yeah, probably have 2 cars, the same one in Brazil.
While most of the cars in his shop are recognizable, one strange yellow contraption sitting in the corner between piles of junk immediately stood out to me.
Hey, you've been holding out on us, man. You were hiding your best car this whole time.
It's the best ugly car.
Why do you have this car?
Why? I don't know. Question my dad. I don't understand too.
Life choices.
This is a good car for driving, but it's so heavy because all the cars are plastic car. It's heavy.
Dude, this is my favorite car here. What the hell?
It's a Lotus engine, single, 1 turbo. This is my daddy.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
It's his fault for all of this.
He's a crazy guy.
I see. So only 11 and he wanted to buy one. Does it work? Does it run?
Not yet because he's removed the injectors for cleaner. But we don't have time for that.
So you're gonna restore it and you're gonna drive it?
I drive it one time. It looks good because single turbo and big turbo looks good, nice.
It has the recipe for a good car.
Yes, but the weight is so high.
What you're looking at is an MA Lotus 422T, probably one of the weirdest cars I've ever seen. This was a 90s Brazilian-built sedan with Lotus power. It is made from a collection of Frankenstein parts and has a backstory even wilder than it looks. The company that built the ME originally produced motor scooters in Brazil. The ME was built from 1997 to 1999.
I swear those are Integra headlights. Those are Integra headlights. I bet you those are Integra headlights.
In Pindamonhangaba. Sorry, I butchered the name. And only 12 cars were ever made. The project promised high-tech production and European performance, but the reality was a mix of bad tolerances and failing electronics. It was powered by scrap Lotus engines that were literally shipped with hidden screws and mystery issues. It was a 2.2-liter turbocharged Lotus engine that produced 264 horsepower paired with a Mustang SN95 gearbox and a Jaguar differential. On paper, it could do 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 5 seconds with a top speed of 273 kilometers per hour. In practice, it suffered from brutal turbo lag, electrical gremlins, and parts sourced from Ford Escorts, Opalas, Jaguars, and anything else they could find.
First composite body Brazilian car. It's kind of interesting. It kind of has a little bit of Volvo here. It has a little bit of everything. And then I could see a little bit of Mercedes here. It's so ugly. But what's crazy is there's a Lotus badge on it.
Oh,
my it's so heavy.
So heavy.
Like, what is the taillight from? You know?
I have no idea. I never see it.
It's probably from some car and they just put a lid on top of it or something like
Yeah. Or they just took a couple different like side markers and they put two.
Maybe.
that. The way this thing was built was probably like very prototype-esque. There were variations. There was a 4-cylinder NA, 6-cylinder NA. All of them were like engines from Brazil and gearboxes from Brazil. And this is one of the only ones who have the Lotus powertrain and the Tramac transmission, which makes it the good car. Between 7 and 9 cars have that combo of mechanical.
How does he know about all this stuff?
It's basically like a car built in Brazil, so not a lot of cars were built in Brazil, so Neto knows the history because of that, because it was one of the very few. His friend had it on the farm, was kind of abandoned, and he knows Neto's probably gonna buy some weird shit, so he called him up and Neto took him up on the offer. Basically how it happens. Even like the engines, like a lot of the engines are used Lotus engines that they bought, and it's kind of a running joke that this was kind of like a coup or something like that. They try to make the car, get investors, and then kind of.
It was a scam almost.
Yeah, basically, kind of. A lot of that happened in Brazil back in the day because we didn't have brands. A lot of people were creating things. A lot of people were investing and believing in Brazilian ideas, and a few bad apples took advantage of that.
Dude, it blows me away that has a Mitsubishi badge on the steering wheel. And look at this. Under 8,000 kilometers. Look at this. Look at the buttons. Oh my goodness. Look at this. They even went as far as to make the character of the car. They printed this stuff back in 1997. How amazing.
That shit ugly as fuck. I'm sorry. Those covers are off of like a Ford Econoline van. Those vent covers. That dash is terrible. I'm sorry. This car is ugly. It's ugly as shit. Sorry. I can't. I'm trying to like it. Can't.
So it was 200,000 reais over here, but to export it was $80,000
US.
US. So very expensive.
I'll take two.
Yeah, I bet you're the only one in the world who would take two.
A lot of people believe the whole thing was a scam. The project reportedly cost around 15 million US dollars back in the 90s. And the project even received help from the local government. It does not have so many standard features like ABS, airbags, or really any safety features at all, so it was never approved for European roads. Most of the body is fiberglass and loosely based on the shape of a Volvo S80. I swear the front headlight design looks like it was borrowed from the DC2 Acura Integra, but the US model. It's really fascinating to look at, but I can honestly say it's one of the ugliest cars I've ever seen. Apparently 2 of them made it out of the country and they live in the UK, but the rest are still in Brazil. Diego's father purchased this one with the hopes of restoring it, and Diego himself promised me that he would drift it once it's finished.
What do all these cars behind me have in common? They're all insured by Hagerty. It's because they mean the world to me.
Buy for build one day, but never touching,
Oh my goodness.
The same there, I tell you.
Wait a minute. What the hell? What kind of place is this?
One of the major themes we kept hearing about during our time here is how expensive imported cars are to own and maintain in Brazil. Spare parts for many of these vehicles are almost impossible to find locally. In some ways, it would actually be beneficial to have your own pick-apart junkyard, which is exactly what Diego and his father have created. In order to keep all his drift cars and projects running, the entire warehouse next door is filled with junk cars that he can pull spare parts from.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
Was this from a
This for gas station
that closed?
Yeah,
And then you just picked up the sign?
yeah.
What the? Wait, what are you gonna do with this?
This is because my dad have another one, and this car is super rare here, and he looked this car for sale and have a good parts for his save. If anything happens with another car, he have parts for fix it here. You know what I mean? For you know about the things in Brazil, it's better you buy another car for make up parts, compared to if you only buy the parts, you know, because don't have parts here.
Dude, this is crazy. What a scene here.
Yeah.
I like this.
It's a touring. It's the same the Nova have in Japan.
Whoa. What is this, a Galant?
This is a diamond. This is a piece of shit. My dad bought this car a long time ago just for use the engine in another car. This is my second 350Z. It's a right-hand drive, Japan car. When I use this car with a supercharged HKS for racing here. But in short time, I changed for another chassis,
This is
another 350Z.
kind of unbelievable. Like this, first of all, somebody is jackhammering next door.
Yeah.
But second of all, what was this used for before you moved in?
A dealership.
This was a
This is a
dealership?
spot for dealership, yeah.
Car dealership?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a Peugeot,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Okay. What a spot. Like, look at the car is just, it's just on a tire.
And it was just
Sorry, I skipped ahead.
one of Diego's friends stopped by in his Cadillac to take us out for a cruise around Santos. I don't know how Brazilian it was for us to be cruising around in an American land yacht, but it somehow felt right, and it was just too much fun, especially because the car kept breaking down every few miles. The car had character, just like its owner.
Whoa, this thing is soft.
It's like a straight couch.
Oh my goodness. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Dude, look at this. No B-pillar.
Yeah.
So sick. So sick.
Sounds amazing too.
Oh. I see why people like these cars now. This is just too much fun. This is lit. This is so much fun. He's ready. Hold on.
Oh my god! Bro, vai quebrar. Oh, he's hype. No. No, I felt it like lose factor. No, still was the gearbox. I don't want to push this thing.
And then all of us will have to get out and push.
Yeah.
Are these old American iron cars pretty common here then?
No, not really.
So you actually search,
Hard to get parts, you know.
yeah, you actually search out for them then.
You know, usually when you have one, like one brand car, like an old car or a classic, always someone is like trying to sell you something. So I don't have to look for it. They just pop out, you know.
I'm just worried that this won't stop in time.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't. We were driving over there to launch. I was like, yeah, I have no brakes. They were laughing. I was like, I'm serious. I have no brakes.
You gotta open all the doors, air brakes.
And then foot down.
Yeah, foot down.
See, right now I have no brakes. I have to pump it back again.
Oh, jeez.
Sometimes you gotta laugh to keep it running. Yeah, you gotta keep it.
What happened? It died?
Ignition coil. It shakes a lot and the ignition coil comes out.
Oh no. Like a true classic American car.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shoot. What happened? It popped off?
This happened.
Oh no!
Fix.
Good?
Easy fix.
Oh. Let's see it. All right, time to get in.
Let's hope it's the cable again.
That thing clean off this time.
I just look back and you're just like hanging on to
Yeah, I'm hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, there's no signals in here.
Dude, it's like white knuckling over here.
Oh my god.
Did it work?
Yep. That is like battery. Don't worry. Yeah, so this is Santos. We are city downtown.
Oh my god. It said no mo, fam.
Let's go.
I like this.
Back to life. Say a prayer. Every
Yeah.
time we started, it's like
I think we got.
We then headed back to Sao Paulo and stopped by one of the coolest garages I have ever seen. Everything was Iron Man themed, even the floor lights, which immediately made me wonder if we could race them on foot. Celso even went as far as recreating the staircase that Pepper Potts walks down in the original Iron Man movie.
This is absolutely wonderful. It is so undercover too, and we're actually pretty underground.
Yeah, we are. It was hard to find a place like that in Brazil. We were trying to find places to, like store the cars and work on cars. When I find it, I said, okay, it's mine.
How long did it take for you to gather all of these cars? Is it something that you've been doing for a long time?
Yeah, I mean, I start by 2021. Then, yeah, like I sold my company and, I make good use of the money, I would say. And I start to find and buy the cars. And yeah, I mean, it has been the last 4 or 5 years.
And you're doing a lot of your own maintenance, a lot of the own work?
Yeah, everything made in-house.
And then also you're learning how to drive as well. Like, are you competing or?
I'm not competing. Actually, Diego Igor from Formula Drift, he was my teacher. He taught me how to drift. I like to do the maintenance in the car. Like, I'm IT guy. And like replacing spark plugs for me was something new. And I enjoy it. And then replace injectors and everything.
And then he messed up, and I needed to show up.
Are any of these cars like originally Brazilian delivery cars?
Disease
Okay.
are Brazilian. This one, that one, they're all Brazilian cars. That Supra as well was a Brazilian delivery car. And yeah, those two.
Okay.
The Evo and the
They
Subaru.
were originally offered here in Brazil.
Yes.
Got it.
I mean, not by the dealer, just in case of the Evo and the Subaru.
Do you have any rhyme or reason why you chose these cars? Is it just something that you like to drive?
Those, it's interesting actually, because I was not into Evo and Subarus. And I got a friend that got both, and he said, hey, do you want to buy my car? I said, I don't know, I'm going to send to you because it's just sitting in my garage and getting dust. And then he sent it, make a very good price, and now I have it. And we have a very interesting story on this red one. I think Ricardinho can say more about it because he was the guy that tuned all this cars. Actually, all my cars here is just Ricardinho that works out.
You tuned every one of these cars?
Yes. Yeah, it's nice, right? It's like, for example, the NER, the V-Spec 2 NER. I'm into JDMs, but I mean, R34s are just too far from my grounds that, I mean, I never was really on how much do they cost or stuff like that. And I was in Florida, Celso was here in Brazil, and then the NER was there. And then I was, okay, go to my home, pick up the car, tune yourself, and then you're done. And then, okay, it was the last one that Celso's got. And we didn't have the dyno available at the time, so I just street tuned the car. And when going back to his home, I found some happy neighbor with a ZL1 Camaro. And I educated him on what a 34 is. And after that, I just sent him a message like, okay, if the neighbor says something on the neighborhood WhatsApp group, it was me, okay? Don't worry, it's all right. Later down the road, I didn't knew how much did that car cost. And I was like really like pushing some boundaries like with that ZL1, and I was, man, you should warn me how much do they cost before you let me drive them. So yeah, it's fun to work with Celso. But with Evo, it's full bolt-ons. The Subaru, of course, it's forged because Subaru.
So like, for example, with these two cars, are they pretty popular here in Brazil, or is it basically impossible?
Not at all. The STIs actually on this generation, the Hawkeye, there are only a handful of them. Pretty standard, I mean, just a low maintenance.
I mean, from my understanding, while these cars are pretty much normal to have in Japan or even in the US, for them to be in this condition in Brazil is something special.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Actually, those cars, you're not seeing people put a lot of miles in it because they are so special in Brazil. Like, I have a 350 there that we got less than 13,000 miles on it. So it's pretty much new, you know, like, so you keep in mint condition.
And this is your drift car, I'm assuming?
Yeah, this is a Vicky 35 DE twin turbo. We have Haltech on it. We have here mounted radiator.
Twin turbo.
One turbo over there, another one's over here. 2 fuelers.
I'm assuming you tuned this one too?
Yes, this one it's 600-ish at the wheels. So good power, fully built engine, everything beefed up.
I think you're going to like the dash because we have 2 ICs dash. One I use only to have the gear selection.
Oh, that is super cool. What a nice build. You have 3 R34 GTRs. It's already crazy enough to have one in Brazil. How many are there in Brazil?
3.
That's it?
Yeah.
You have all 3?
Yeah, I mean, there's another one, R34 blue, but it's came from Japan to Paraguay. They shift the driver position. It was taken by the law because you know you cannot have those cars in Brazil. And then it went to a government bid, so to speak, and it's on the street. But I would say like in that condition, it's on the street. But the other is, of course, is also good. But
wait, so are you allowed to drive these cars on the street?
I do have a dealer plate. So when I need to move to events or test the car, I put the dealer plates and go with it. All of them is pretty much same spec. I got actually those on Cars and Beats, and this one I got from JDM Supreme. You know Koto?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Tomei exhaust on both, Haltech on both. But this one is not the same condition of this one, so I work it out with the interior, I bought the parts, I kind of restore it.
Mark IV Supra, and I see you're building another one over here.
Yeah. This one, it's 2JZ GTE engine, almost 100% stock. We only have downpipe and Tomei exhaust.
So is it pretty common to drive right-hand drive here in Brazil?
Not at all. I mean, you can have a right-hand drive here, but to be street legal and have the Brazilian plates, it has to have more than 30 years. Remember I told you, so we can
almost
import
the same
them.
like 25 years in US.
Yes,
we have the same.
So all those cars are not naturalized in Brazil. They are imported for show and exhibition only.
This is beautiful.
We have single turbo mounted.
And none of his cars are bone stock, so.
Yeah.
So this one is turbo.
Yeah.
How much power does the NSX
I think 400, 450.
Yeah, not a lot. It's 6 pounds only, so low boost, but it's a fun car to drive.
Yeah.
What's going on with this 370?
This is a twin turbo as well, forged internals.
Can't leave anything alone, huh?
R35 intake manifold fitted to the 370. AAM kit, right?
Yeah.
And then now we're getting onto like the supercar corner.
Yeah.
You got a McLaren, Ferrari, R35, and another McLaren.
600 LT as well. And we are missing the 765 LT. It's a McLaren dealer doing maintenance.
What's the story behind this R35? Because I understand that there's something special about this.
Actually, I got the R34. It was the white one. It came for the São Paulo Automobile Salon. It was the first R35 in Brazil, and I bought it. And then a couple of years later, I had the opportunity to get this one. This one was the last being displayed on the São Paulo Salon. So, and I traded and get this one.
This is legal to drive
Yeah, it is.
in Brazil because this is originally a Brazilian delivery car.
Yeah.
Tell me about this display. This is so cool.
The cars or the armors?
Both. Both.
He knows the armors.
Yeah. I understand that also this car is very special.
Yes, because I think that in most countries you can choose whatever transmission and whatever engine you want. But in Brazil, the factories choose what cars to send here. And most of them are top specs because it's so expensive with the taxes and everything. And this one, it was a mistake made by the guy ordering the cars. And it ended up ordering 15 units of a V8 4.2 liters with the manual transmission, which was the only R8s ever to have the manual transmission in Brazil.
He meant to just order one.
Yes, but the system locked up. And he was like, it's not working, bam, it's not working, it's still giving me an error. And then, couple days later, they just figured out that they start receiving the bills for 15 R8s, manual transmission V8s coming to Brazil. And then, well, since it was already in production line, they just decided, okay, bring them on and we're gonna make a special edition of it. And this is one of the 15.
They call it Brazilian Edition 7, I think?
7, yeah. Did they all sold out right away then, huh?
It was interesting because on the beginning it wasn't. I mean, no one wanted it because it's the V8. Everyone here that bought this car at that time wanted the V10. Years later, when they just realized how special that car would be, the price of those ones skyrocketed. So we can have a V10, even with the double clutch one, because it was later on the facelift. This one worth more than the facelift V10
because it's a
with
manual.
the double clutch. Yeah, because it's the manual and it's a special edition.
Of course, you got a beautiful FD Arc7, but behind it you have all of this Iron Man armor. What's going on with this?
Well, the entire garage is based on the Tony Stark garage. I'm a very big fan of Iron Man. He's the guy that put hands on it and make things. I like to make things, so I identify myself with him. And I said, why not? I bought it and make it like a Tony Stark garage. So everything you see here, it was really heavily inspired by him.
And then how does this even work? You order these suits?
Yeah, there's a guy in Brazil that made it. Of course, I believe he did not pay any royalties, but he